Jackie, it's Denise. That's iPhone.
Oh, hi, Denise.
But
Hi.
I'm muted, just
Okay,
so
I'm
you know.
glad you're on here. Awesome. Okay, so we are recording and I am going to get going. Okay, so I don't even remember who said a lot of these things because I didn't write it down. Like, I didn't write what day it was. I didn't write who said it. I just took notes. So I'm just going to tell you what I have. But one of the first things that I wrote was that in this job, in this industry, we want to be a true servant, that we need to always be listening for ways to bless others with what we have. So we always want to be listening, everywhere we're at, like have those listening ears for people who are struggling with their health. Or you guys, with this new energy drink, like, I don't know. I feel like whenever I go shopping, there's always people who are like, oh, I'm so tired. Like, or my kid was up all night last night, or I just feel like there's always people, and especially in retail. So I have like 2 active in my purse, and then I got some of the active brochures, and I'm just gonna like hand those out with my business card and just say, hey, here, try this. It's plant-based. It's all natural. There's no junk in it. And I know Kelsey's tried it. Randy, did you order it? You did order it, huh? Like, it's amazing, especially to give to your husbands, because I gave it to my husband today, and well, he took Edge and Drink and Active, and like he was like, how can I help you clean the house? Let's clean the house. And we like mopped the floors, pulled the refrigerator out, he's scrubbing behind it. So I mean, give it to your husbands. And but yeah, so just always be listening for that opportunity to share with people. People are always needing energy. And be listening to it, you guys. If you want to build a business with this, if this is something that you have dreams and goals and visions for, you need to listen for those business opportunities, because people need what we have. Like, everybody can benefit from an extra $500 a month. Everybody, some people really would want to, like, I'm telling you, like, convention just like started this fire in me to be bold. Like, we have something that people need. So literally we were at Carter's buying clothes for the baby, and I was talking with the girl, and like, you could just strike up conversations with people, like, truly, like, just asking them about, I'm like, are you a mama? She has 3 kids. She's a single mom, and she works every single day doing retail. And she was like, I'm so tired of this. So we connected on Instagram, and now we're going to meet and talk about the business. And some people are actually looking for the business. Like, that's what they want. So just be listening for those opportunities. And some people are looking for community. Like, some people are lonely. If you have friends that are stay-at-home mamas, they're lonely. So be listening for those opportunities. Okay, so the next thing I'm going to talk about is Bob Heilig. Like, Bob Heilig was on fire. It was incredible. And just one cool little tip or tidbit about him is that Bob Heilig has never spoken in front of a crowd of more than 1,000 people. So at the end of it, which you guys would think, like, he's your virtual upline, he's huge, but he like had tears in his eyes at the end, because this was like a huge moment for him, because he was speaking to over 9,000 people. There's Mandy. Mandy joined. So Bob talked about what makes you stuck. So what makes us get stuck in our business? And the first thing that he said was inconsistency. So that could be not only inconsistency in like sharing your business, sharing about the products, but that could be an inconsistency in taking your products. Because
$1 gone.
Oh, hold on. I'm going to mute Mandy real quick. Okay. If we're not taking our products consistently, or not being a product of the product, then it makes it harder for us to share all the amazingness that it is doing for us. So we want to be consistent with taking our products, and be consistent with IPAs. For those of you that are new, IPA just means income producing activity. So that's reaching out to people, that's making new connections, that's we have like little IPA sheets where you could fill out, like, okay, today I reached out to these 3 people. But if you're consistently I forget, there was one thing that they said. Oh yeah, small actions repeated daily equal massive results. So if you're doing these small actions and being consistent every single day, then you're going to see massive results in the end. Okay, the next thing that he said will make you get stuck is feelings of unworthiness. And this could be something as deep as just not feeling worthy of success or not feeling worthy of this business, just having those limiting beliefs. Like, I don't know, I think sometimes I have that, like, maybe I just don't deserve to be, a diamond or an emerald, or maybe that's just not God's plan for me. But he just said, we are worthy. We are worthy of these things, and just changing our mindset of that. Another quote that they said is, success isn't a matter of doing, it's a matter of being. Because Bob Heilig's big thing is that our character is like the most important thing. When we have good character, then that's going to bring us success, because people are going to be drawn to our character. He said, use the gifts you've been given for bigger things. We all have different gifts. We all have different strong suits in our life. We all have different things that God wants to use. And so he's saying that we need to use our gifts for bigger things and to pray for a broader vision. Like every day, Lord, give me a broader vision. And he said, you are enough because God says you're enough. I thought that was so cool just to hear that come out of Bob's mouth. Because I don't know, you guys aren't in his legacy leadership group, but he was like real raw in his legacy leadership group, sharing that he wasn't always open with his faith. And God like really convicted his heart recently that he needed to be bold with his faith, and that he needed to share his faith through his business, use his business to share his faith. So I thought that was really, really cool. Okay, so another thing you guys can write down is, ask yourself what bad habits in your life are keeping you stuck. And they always talk about, let me get a drink of my pink drink real quick. Okay, so bad habits, what that could be. I know for me, if I'm not really careful, my bad habit can be scrolling Facebook too much, like getting sucked into Facebook, scrolling, looking at the different groups, looking at all these different things, and that is a huge time waster. So I really just recommend, like, if that is something that you guys struggle with, because I have to tell myself, okay, do your IPA first, reach out to people first, then do your posting, and then you can do your scrolling. And so I try not to scroll too much, because it can suck you in, like, big time. That's a time waster. And they always say Netflix if you're like someone who watches a lot of Netflix. But I love what one lady said. One lady was like, I can multitask. I can watch Netflix and work my business and do my IPAs on my phone. So if you're good at multitasking, then you can do that. So just ask yourself, like, what bad habits in your life are keeping you stuck? Okay. Ooh, this is a good one. A person that is moving forward is someone that is constantly pushing through fears and uncertainty. And it's so true. I love, like, so many of the diamonds shared that, even to this day, they do everything afraid. Like, every single person that came out on that stage said that they were so nervous and so scared, and you couldn't even tell. But I mean, I can't even imagine, because they had like this wall that would come up, and then they would walk through like this thing, and then the crowd would be like, woo! And I can't even imagine. But and then to think that Bob Heilig's never spoke in front of that many people. So it's just, but if we want to be moving forward, we have to push through those fears. We have to push through those uncertainties. We have to work through different insecurities that we have in our lives. And that's how we're going to move forward and get unstuck. Okay, this is a good one too. It was so much good stuff. I wish it was all coming from me, but it's not. This is all from convention. Let go of control and quit imagining a negative outcome for something that hasn't happened yet. And basically that's saying like we can get this whole thing in our head, like a negative outcome, that if I do this, this is what's going to happen. But you never know. Like you can't prejudge what's going to happen. You have to like step out in faith and just do the things and not think about what negative outcomes could come from that. And then after I'm done, Kelsey, I'll let you girls just go. I have just a little bit more.
You're good.
Okay, I said that. Okay, so this is Sarah Marble. Sarah Marble is one of the earliest diamonds from the company. She's been in the company for, I think, like 9 years, she said. And I love it because she was so raw with us, sharing about how she still can struggle with comparison. Like even as a diamond, you know, she's looking at, oh, well, she's always at the top of the leaderboard. And when you're looking at everybody else and comparing your journey, that's when you stop being yourself. And it can like paralyze you. And that's one thing like I kind of had to find, like, because I have like these certain diamonds that I follow, and I'm like, okay, what are they doing, I want to do what they're doing because I want to get to where they're at. But the Lord was really speaking to my heart, like, you need to be yourself. Like you do. Andrew always says this. He always says, you do you. But we want to be us the way that God created us, and like pray that God just gives us the vision to do it the way that he wants us to do it. Not saying that we can't look at what other people are doing to learn things, but like I was looking at Emily Gibson. She's a diamond who's like on fire, just crazy momentum. But her personality is so not me. Like she is like bubbly, like like just super not my personality. So I'm like, okay, I don't want to try to be like Emily because I am not Emily. Anyways, so, okay, Sarah Marbles talked about time blocking. And, you know, it's so important for those of us that are like trying to make this a business and trying to use this to bring in income. We want to make sure we have a time set aside to work our businesses. And I think it's really important to talk to, I call it your shareholders, your husbands, your family, and really communicate to them what your dreams are, what your goals are. And like when I came home, I told my husband, like, if we want to do this, like if we want to like take this to the next level, it's gonna take sacrifice. It's gonna take, my husband's phone is ringing back there, but it's gonna take sacrifice. It's gonna take planning. Like I'm not organized. I have 4 kids, but I have to get organized. Like I have to. If you know, so I think it's really important to block out that time. Like this is the time that I'm going to work my business, and the time that you plan has to match your goals. Like if you have big goals, then it's going to take more time and it's going to take more sacrifice. And you know, all of them say it's going to take a lot of time and sacrifice in the beginning, but it's all going to be worth it, you know, once you get there. And so I think just trying to figure out, like, does the time that you're working match your goals? That's really, really important. Avoid comparison. I already said that. She talked about just be you the way that God created you to be. Remember that Plexus is a gift, you guys. These products are changing lives. This business is changing lives. I was just reading a testimony before we got on here of Bridget Ryan. Bridget Ryan, you know, they're about to have their 8th baby. Their 9th baby. She's about to have their 9th baby. 8th or 9th. But when she started the business 4 years ago, they lived in a tiny little house in Orange County. I think, like she was saying, all of her kids were sharing rooms. Her husband was a pool man, so they had their own pool business. And she was just sharing about how, like, it was really, really hard for her at first when she started seeing. She got to diamond in 1 year, so that's making $20,000 a month. In 1 year, she did that. And she was just sharing how it was hard for her at first, you know, but just looking back how God has like just used this business to grow her a ministry, a worldwide ministry, and to be able to support people. So it's a gift. It is a gift. And we need to be bold with it. She said, protect your work time vigorously. And then Rebecca Folks said this, that Proverbs 20:19, people without vision perish. So you have to have a vision for your business. So that kind of goes along with like having your why, like what drives you. And having that vision is what's going to help you keep pushing through the no's, through the hard times, through the people quitting, through the people turning off their subscriptions, through people, you know, not giving it enough time to work in their bodies. But you want to have that vision, because I know, like, for me, like, I have such a hunger and a desire to like build teen challenges. Like, if I had that kind of income, I'm like, Lord, I would want to like help build teen challenges all over the world. So have a vision, have big dreams, big goals, and push for them. A reminder that the yeses build your business, the nos build you. I think that's so true, because it's hard to hear no over and over. It's hard to have people not respond to your messages and, you know, have crickets every time you're sending out these messages. But that's building us. That's building our character. It's building our faith, like our trust. Because if we know that God has brought this business to us, then we're going to trust him no matter what. Like, okay, God, you brought this to me, so you're going to build this business. Okay, and then you guys write down these hashtags. For those of you that weren't at convention, you want to write these hashtags down, because this is a like a thing that they're going to be doing where you could win 1 year's worth of active. I don't know if you guys saw the email, but it's hashtag Plexus Get Active. Hashtag Daily Pickups. The next one is hashtag Clean Lasting Energy. Oh, my back is killing me in this chair. And then the last one is hashtag For My Active Life. Okay, so the next thing that I wanted to talk about that I would love input from you guys, I want to come up with a plan for onboarding. And what that means is when somebody joins our team, we need a plan to get them plugged in. And like Brooke Hemingway, basically, she just says you tell people what to do and how to do it. So you just tell them, like, okay, listen, and even if people don't want to work the business, everybody has one person. She says to start with one person. You just say, hey, do you have one person in your life that can use these products that would want to get healthy with you? And then once you help them get that one person and you give them the messages to say, like, I even have the scripts, so I just need to type them up, and then maybe I'll put them in our little FGR group. But if you tell people what to do and how to do it, then we're more likely to have success of people wanting to stick with it and keep going. And I think I really, now that I feel like I've adjusted to having 4 children and my life is a little less crazy, you know, we can start doing like 3-way calls and Zooms again. I think that was because I was just thinking back, like we were in like crazy momentum last year, and I was doing like a bunch of 3-way calls and Zooms like all the time. So like if you guys get a potential, just say, hey, like I would love for you to just hear my friend Jackie's story. Can I get you on a call with her? Or even just say, I'd love to do this like video chat with her or something like that. Because I feel like video is better, because then they could see me moving my hands and stuff. But but I think those Zooms are really effective, and three-way chats work. Three-way chats I haven't found to be as effective, but three-way calls and Zooms are very effective if you could get people on the phone. So that is all I have. Do you guys have any other ideas for like onboarding for like when people join our team, how to get them not overwhelmed with too much information but plugged in?
I just kind of have what they suggested, like as soon as they order. So once you get them to order, as soon as they order, just keep in touch with them until they get their welcome pack. Otherwise, like I have written down in my notes, otherwise they have that self-doubt and that like, oh, what did I do? I just spent all this money. Like, what if it doesn't work? And so just kind of reassuring them or up until they get their welcome pack or their products, or, you know, if they're customers and they're trying it for the first time, just keep like asking them, so like, are you excited? Like, what are you looking to get most out of this? And, you know, just really keep them plugged in so that they don't have that, like that self-doubt, or what did she say? She said, purchase guilt or shop guilt or something like that.
I remember she was saying, like, they go and talk to their husband and their husband freaks out because they made that purchase, and then they're like, oh, can I get my money back? Exactly. But yeah, that was good. I'm glad you shared that, because like even they said like sending them like information about whatever product they ordered, or sending them like one of the stories videos every day, because those are super short. They're like 3 minutes long. I'm just telling them, hey, watch this story because, you know, this could be your story or something like that, just to keep them excited about what they decided to do. I think that's exactly good too. Yeah. Okay, Kelsey, do you have anything else you wanted to add? That
I have a ton of notes, so I'm just going to kind of read through them kind of quickly. If you guys have any questions or anything, just like stop me and ask. First of all, this is what I did with my little notepad.
Cute.
So, alrighty. So, believe you can and you will. Change your mindset and block out the negative and overflow in the positive. So that was really something that caught my attention, because a lot of times, especially in this kind of business, we have people who are like, that's a pyramid scheme. You're never going to make it. Like, those products don't work. And it's one of those things that just kind of has to light a fire underneath you and be like, you know what, just because you said that, I am going to do it. Like, I'm going to prove you wrong, kind of thing. So that was one big thing. Know that you're worthy, which you already touched on that. Commit to personal development. So if we're not growing personally, then our business is not going to grow, because we have to be able to say, look, I'm doing something kind of half-hearted and I need to do something full-hearted, and then it'll show in your business. Follow through with your thought and take action. It's not about us, it's about how we can help others. Be rich in knowledge and heart. Be trustworthy, caring, humble, kind, and be real. Just be you. Ask questions, so make it about them. What are your goals? What budget works for you? Which package do you like best, if you're getting into welcome packs or products? So make it about them. Don't overflow with facts, so keep it simple. Let's see. Be a friend, an encourager, and an educator. And then another one that got me was fish, don't hunt. I don't know if you guys remember that one. Mm-hmm. So when you're fishing, it's relaxing, right? It's a luxury. They come to you, and you kind of reel them in with emotions, with stories, with things that are relatable. And then they got into the feel, felt, found method, which I used today, by the way. And then as far as like hunting, if you're hunting someone, you're hiding and you're pouncing on them, right? So it says, I wrote down, hunted animals run, right? So we don't want them to feel like they're being hunted. Emotions first, facts second. And then I have the help build your team. When someone signs up, don't wait for the welcome pack. Message them every day with fun facts or information based on the welcome pack they ordered, which is kind of what we talked about.
Mm-hmm.
And then so after they order, then that's kind of what Jackie was saying. After they order, you ask them like, hey, is this something that you kind of want to, like, you want to make this a side gig? Like, or do you want to potentially get your products for free? And then kind of build that relationship with them to maybe get into the business side of it rather than just doing the products. So then I have written down, so if they decide that that's what they want to do, you need to basically hold their hand through the entire process. I think one of the ladies said you are supposed to hold their hand for 1 full year. Is that right? Something like that. Basically, like helping them build their business, helping them every step of the way. So help them think of 3 people, help them build posts if they don't know how to post or if they don't know what to post. Help them build reach out messages, help them reply to others, 3-way chats with potentials or videos like Jackie was saying. There are responsibility for helping them succeed and grow in this business. So I just feel like if we're telling someone come and join me, then we need to be available to them for helping them grow. Another one that I got was building stories. So I have tell the right story to the right person at the right time. The do's of that: ask questions to engage them in the conversation, make them the hero of the story, meaning they'll be able to solve the problem, and keep your story short. And then the don't talk more than they do. Don't be the hero, you're just guiding them, and don't tell long stories. So then I have the 5 elements of a great story. Sell the problem you solve, not the product. You are the guide, they're the hero. Keep it simple and focus on what matters to them, and paint a picture of success. And I did not get the 5th one when I took my picture. I don't know what the 5th one was. So if you guys have it, then
That's good though. I think it's so important because sometimes it's so hard because we want to like share so much with people, and it's better to like find out what they need, share a little bit about like what they need, and then let them kind of talk to us. I think that's really good.
Exactly. Because in reality, people, they want to hear about our story and they want to hear about like our success, but in the same time, they want to know that they're able to do this. They're able to do it too.
Mm-hmm.
So, I think that's all I have. The rest was just kind of like my experience with my first convention and stuff. So, which was it was overwhelming, but it was amazing. So I don't know if anyone else has gone to convention before.
My Aunt Randy has gone to 2 conventions with me.
Okay. So
Gina hasn't got to go yet, but she will be.
Yeah, seriously, I've heard so many stories of people like, once you go to convention, like it's gonna be life-changing, like it's gonna be completely different. Like you don't know what you're missing when it comes to convention, and it's really true. Like I had no idea what to expect, and it just it was just incredible to hear stories, to hear scripture there, which was amazing. Everyone, a lot of the emeralds, a lot of the sapphire diamonds was just like, if I had not given this to God, then like none of this would have been possible. So it was just really amazing to hear that God is guiding everyone's businesses that pray and ask him to do that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think that's all I have. Jess, do you have anything?
Jess, do you want to share?
Sorry, I had to figure out how to unmute myself.
Mhm.
Okay, everyone be quiet for a minute. I think my only thing that really resonated with me, because I'm like you and I get so overwhelmed with the 4 of them, and one of the girls, I don't remember who because I didn't start writing down names till day 2,
Mhm.
but she said to make the time, if your house is messy, your brain's messy. If your brain is messy, then your business is going to be messy. So yesterday I gave my husband an active and we cleaned the whole house.
That's
And
awesome.
today it was so much easier. I got home from work and I got to make the kids dinner and sit down and work on my business, check in with my girls. And then the other thing would be going back to the uniqueness. Like, I'm not the type of person who's going to be like, yes, girl. I'm more of the person like, hey, friend, how are you doing today?
Mhm.
And so focusing on that, I think, has totally changed how I'm approaching it.
Mhm.
So uniqueness and organization are my
Yes.
my
That's what I
and
need.
watch Bob. I know you posted the link. That was amazing. Bob,
Oh yeah.
watch.
I just posted the links on Dare to Be Diamond to all the videos, you guys. So if you have time, like I was telling my parents, I got the most out of Bob's. Like I literally have like 4 pages of notes from when Bob was talking. And I mean, I got stuff from tidbits from everybody else, but he was like the main bulk.
Yeah, mine too. And I was even like, I just read through my notes with my husband, and my husband was like, that makes me want to go to the gym. Like, it's so inspiring.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's awesome. Well, thank you girls for sharing so much. Do you guys have any questions? Aunt Randy, I don't want to make you really sad. Let me record real quick. Hold on one second.